Today, we're tackling, well, it's a big one. How do people actually earn money online in ways that are, reliable, flexible?
Without getting tangled up in scams or just like confusing jargon, it's a huge goal for so many people.
It is. And our listeners sent in a really interesting list, 15 different ways. What's fascinating is that the sources they pulled from label all of them as easy.
Easy. Yeah, that word catches my eye immediately. Because usually it's not quite that simple, is it?
Exactly. So our mission today is to get past that word, easy. We need to look under the hood, go beyond just listing the methods.
We need to figure out the how and the where. What's the actual mechanism? What platforms are involved?
Precisely. We're putting these 15 paths under the microscope.
Mm.
What's the real cost? Not just money, but like time commitment. Do you need special skills? How consistent do you have to be?
Okay, so the plan is extract the core requirements, figure out the real potential, and then group them. Group them logically so you can see which path might fit your situation.
Yeah, we're thinking four main categories. First, trading your skills directly, then building digital assets or products. After that, the long game, building an audience, and finally, the micro-earning stuff.
Sounds like a solid plan. It should give everyone a much clearer framework than just a list of 15 easy ways.
Hopefully. So you can really assess, what fits your skills, your time, how quickly you need the income.
All right, let's get started. Where do we begin? The first category.
Let's start with the most direct path, the one where you leverage skills you probably already have. We're calling it the personal skill exchange.
Okay, personal skill exchange. So this is about trading your time and expertise for money, right?
Exactly. It's the most straightforward approach. You've got a skill, maybe you're organized, maybe you're creative, maybe you know a language, and you're exchanging that directly for payment.
Kind of like the gig economy version of a traditional job, but you're more in control.
Pretty much. You're setting your terms, more or less. This first group covers 4 items from the list: freelancing, online tutoring, virtual assistant work, and voiceover work.
And the key thing for this whole section is what? Immediate income?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. You can start earning relatively quickly once you get set up on a platform. But the flip side is your income is fundamentally tied to the hours you put in. It doesn't scale beyond your available time.
Right. You trade time for money. Makes sense. Let's break down the first one then. Freelancing. That sounds broad.
It is broad. It covers a huge range. Writing, graphic design, coding, bookkeeping, even specialized consulting. It's really like foundational to the whole online service economy.
The source list mentions specific platforms: Fiverr, Upwork, and Freelancer. Are they all basically the same?
No, not at all. And understanding the difference is really key. They have different cultures, different models.
Okay, tell me more. What's the deal with Fiverr?
So Fiverr kind of pioneered the gig model. It's very transactional. Think small, defined projects. You offer a specific service like, I'll design 3 social media posts for $6, or I'll write a 500-word blog post for $.
Okay, so project-based, set price, high volume maybe, but smaller price tags.
Often, yeah. Especially when you're starting out, you build reputation through volume and reviews. It's good for discrete tasks.
And Upwork, how's that different?
Upwork is geared more towards longer-term relationships, more like traditional contracting. Companies post projects, sometimes complex ones, and freelancers bid or apply. You might find a 6-month contract for programming or ongoing marketing support.
So potentially higher rates, but maybe more involved to get the gig, more vetting?
Definitely. You need a solid portfolio, good proposals. It's less about a quick transaction and more about finding the right professional fit for a substantial project. It often requires more proof of your expertise.
What about freelancer.com? Where does that fit?
Freelancer.com is sort of a mix, maybe closer to Upwork in structure with project bidding. It's another major player. But Upwork and Fiverr often get more attention depending on the specific field.
So the big takeaway for someone wanting to freelance isn't just be a writer or be a designer.
No, absolutely not. That's the trap. In today's market, specialization is, well, everything. Just being a general writer means competing with tons of people, often driving rates down.
So you need a niche.
Exactly. Think about specific skills, like uh, writing technical documentation for SaaS companies, or designing graphics specifically for email marketing campaigns. Or maybe you're an expert in a very specific programming language.
The narrower the focus, the less competition, the higher the potential rate.
That's the idea. You have more leverage because fewer people can do exactly what you do. It's about finding that valuable niche.
Okay, that makes sense for freelancing. What's next in this skill exchange category? Item 8, online tutoring.
Right. Online tutoring. The core idea here is simple. Transferring your knowledge. Teaching a specific subject or skill to someone else online.
This feels like it has a lower barrier to entry, maybe, if you know something well.
It definitely can. If you have deep knowledge in any field, really academics, music, a language, even a craft, this is a viable path. The platforms handle the matchmaking.
The list mentioned Preply, Cambly, and Chegg. What are they like?
Preply and Cambly are very popular for language tutoring, especially English. They connect tutors with students globally. Often, the main requirement is fluency and being personable, maybe less formal certification depending on the platform and subject.
So more focused on conversational practice, perhaps.
Often, yes, especially Cambly, which is known for on-demand English conversation practice. Preply has a broader range of subjects, too.
And Chegg. That sounds familiar, maybe from college.
Yeah, Chegg is huge in the academic space.
Yeah.
Textbook rentals, homework help, test prep. Their tutoring is often more structured, sometimes asynchronous, meaning you might answer submitted questions rather than doing live video sessions.
Ah, okay. Live video versus written answers. That's a big difference in how you'd work.
It really is. Synchronous, like live video, usually pays more per hour, but you have to stick to a schedule. Asynchronous gives you flexibility to answer questions whenever, but you probably need to answer a lot more questions to earn the same amount. It's a trade-off.
Got it. So tutoring is about leveraging specific knowledge. What about item 12, the virtual assistant or VA?
Ah, the VA. The unsung heroes, maybe? VAs are like the remote administrative backbone for businesses.
Doing what exactly? Email, scheduling.
That's the classic stuff, yeah. Email management, calendar scheduling, maybe basic social media updates. But it's evolved a lot.
How so?
Well, modern VAs often specialize in specific software or tasks, maybe managing a company's CRM like Salesforce or HubSpot, or handling complex project management using tools like Asana, or setting up and running email marketing campaigns. It can get quite technical.
So it's not just basic admin anymore. The source mentioned remote and flexible. That seems key.
Totally. That's the appeal for businesses. Why hire a full-time employee with benefits and office space if you only need someone for, say, 10 hours a week to handle specific organizational tasks? Outsourcing to a skilled VA makes a lot of sense.
How does someone become a successful VA then? Get good rates? Is it just being super organized?
Organization is table stakes. Like freelancing, specialization is where the higher rates are. A general VA doing basic tasks competes with many.
But a VA who only does, say, podcast editing and show notes for coaches.
Exactly. Or manages Pinterest marketing for e-commerce stores. Or specializes in supporting real estate agents with their specific software needs. That deep focus on a high-value function for a specific industry. That commands higher rates, builds a strong reputation, and attracts better clients.
Specialization again. Seems to be a theme here.
It really is for most service-based online work. Okay, one more in this category. Voiceover work. Item 13.
Voiceover. So using your voice for ads, videos, audiobooks, that kind of thing.
Yep. This one's interesting because it's a clear talent, but there's a significant technical barrier.
How so? Don't you just need a good voice?
A good voice helps, obviously, but the real hurdle is equipment and technical skill. The source mentioned voices.com, which is a major marketplace. To compete there, you can't just record on your phone.
Ah, right. You need gear.
You need a good quality microphone, probably a condenser mic. You need sound isolation, a quiet space, maybe acoustic treatment like foam panels. And you need to know how to record clean audio, edit out mistakes, maybe do some basic mastering.
So it's part performance, part audio engineering.
Absolutely. And then there's the whole audition process. You need to create a professional demo reel showcasing different styles, commercial, narration, character, etc. And you're constantly recording auditions for specific jobs posted on platforms like voices.com.
Clients are looking for very specific sound, I imagine.
Totally. The authoritative documentary narrator, the friendly and upbeat explainer video voice, the energetic retail ad voice. You need versatility and the ability to take direction based on the audition script. It takes patience and upfront investment in gear and learning the tech side before you start landing consistent work.
Okay, wow. So wrapping up this first section, freelancing, tutoring, VA, voiceover, the common thread is
You're leveraging an existing skill or talent. It's the fastest way to potentially earn income online because you're selling something you can already do.
but the income is directly tied to your time, your effort, and in many cases, how specialized you are.
Precisely. You find clients or students via platforms, you deliver the service, you get paid. It works, but it doesn't inherently scale beyond the hours you can work. To scale, we need to move to the next category.
All right, so section 1 was trading time for money. Section 2 is about building things.
Exactly. We're shifting focus now, moving away from the direct time for money exchange and towards creating products or systems, digital assets that can generate income, potentially, over and over again.
So the effort is more upfront, but the payoff could be passive or scalable later.
That's the goal. This is the asset building phase. We're looking at items like selling digital products, drop shipping, print on demand, and selling stock photos from the listeners list.
Okay, let's start with number 3, selling digital products. What falls under this?
Think things you create once and can sell infinitely. Ebooks, templates like spreadsheet templates, graphic design templates, social media templates, maybe printables like planners or worksheets, online courses, even software presets.
The big advantage here seems obvious. No inventory.
Huge advantage. Zero inventory costs, zero shipping costs. You create it once, okay, maybe you update it periodically, but you can sell that same digital file hundreds, thousands, millions of times. The scalability is theoretically infinite.
It sounds like building, I don't know, digital real estate. You build the house once, then rent it out forever.
That's a great analogy. And the platforms make it relatively easy to rent it out. The list mentioned Gumroad, Etsy, or even your own website.
Tell me about those. Gumroad.
Gumroad is really popular with creators. It's known for being super simple. Easy to upload your product, set a price, and they handle the payment processing and file delivery for a percentage cut. Very minimalist.
And Etsy. I think of crafts, but they do digital too.
Oh, massively. Etsy is a huge marketplace for digital downloads, especially templates, printables, craft patterns, things like that. You get access to their built-in audience of buyers, but you also have more competition.
And the third option, your own site.
That gives you the most control, and you keep the biggest slice of the profit. Using something like Shopify or WordPress with WooCommerce, or even simpler platforms like Squarespace. Oh. But big but is you have to drive all the traffic yourself. No built-in audience like Etsy.
That seems like the biggest challenge. If anyone can make, say, a budget spreadsheet and sell it, how does anyone actually make money? Isn't it super saturated?
It absolutely can be. That's the trap. Creating something generic. The key, again, is finding a niche, solving a specific problem.
So not just a budget spreadsheet.
Right. Maybe it's a quarterly tax estimator spreadsheet specifically for freelance writers, or a Canva template pack for Instagram stories targeted at yoga instructors. The more specific the problem you solve for a defined audience, the better you can target them, the more value you provide, and often the higher price you can charge. You escape the race to the bottom on price.
Niche down. Got it. Okay, moving from digital to physical, but still kind of hands-off. Item 7, Drop shipping.
Drop shipping. This one gets a lot of hype, often misleadingly. The model is you sell physical products online, but you never actually see or handle the inventory yourself.
How does that work?
You set up an online store, usually using Shopify or WooCommerce, those are the big platforms mentioned. You find suppliers, often overseas on sites like AliExpress, who have products you want to sell. You list those products on your store at a markup. When a customer buys from your store, you take their money. Then you turn around and place that same order with your supplier, giving them the customer's shipping address. The supplier ships the product directly to the customer. You pocket the difference, minus your costs.
So you're basically a middleman focused on marketing.
Exactly. Your entire job is marketing, sales, and customer service. You don't deal with manufacturing, inventory, warehousing, or shipping logistics directly.
That sounds appealing. What's the catch? Because there's always a catch.
Oh, there are several big ones. First, shipping times can be really long and unpredictable, especially from overseas suppliers. That leads to unhappy customers. Second, quality control is tough because you never see the product. What if it's junk? It reflects badly on your store.
And customer service must be a nightmare if you don't control shipping or quality.
It can be incredibly challenging. But maybe the biggest hurdle, the one people underestimate, is marketing costs. You have to spend significant money on ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, just to get people to your store. Customer acquisition cost is high.
So you need good products, reliable suppliers, great marketing, and enough profit margin to cover ad spend and still make money.
Precisely. It's a high-risk, potentially high-reward model, but the failure rate is also very high. It's far from the easy passive income dream often portrayed. Requires significant capital for ads, testing, and handling refunds.
Okay, that clarifies drop shipping. Now, how does that compare to item 9, print on demand or POD? It sounds similar, no inventory.
It is similar in that you don't hold inventory, but the focus is totally different. Drop shipping is about sourcing and reselling existing products. Print on demand is about selling your original designs on products.
So creativity is key here.
Absolutely. You create a design, a cool graphic, a funny slogan, whatever. You upload it to a POD platform like Redbubble or Teespring, which were mentioned. You choose which products you want your design on: t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, posters, tote bags, tons of options.
And
Then, when someone sees your design on, say, a t-shirt on Redbubble and buys it, Redbubble handles everything else. They print the shirt, pack it, ship it to the customer, and handle customer service. They then pay you a royalty or commission for the sale based on your design.
so much lower risk than drop shipping. No ad spend required upfront.
Generally, yes. The platform handles production and fulfillment. Your main job is creating compelling designs and maybe doing some promotion. The platforms themselves have marketplaces where people can find your stuff, though promoting it yourself helps.
But again, isn't this market flooded? Like a million I Love Cats t-shirts.
Totally flooded with generic stuff. That's why, just like digital products, the secret is niching down and understanding trends.
Not just cats, but maybe.
Maybe. Funny sayings only owners of Siamese cats will understand. Or designs related to a very specific hobby, like competitive mushroom foraging, or tapping into a current meme or internet trend quickly, but with an original twist.
Find that passionate, underserved audience.
Exactly. Your job isn't logistics. It's understanding culture, spotting trends, and creating designs that resonate with very specific groups. The platform does the heavy lifting on the physical side.
Okay, interesting contrast with drop shipping. One last one in this asset building section. Item 10, selling stock photos.
Right. This one's for the photography enthusiasts. You take original photos and you license them for others to use through stock photo agencies.
The list mentioned Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Getty Images, big names.
Yeah, those are the major players. You upload your high-quality photos to their platforms. When a business or a blogger or a marketing agency needs an image, they search these libraries and might license your photo for their use.
How much do you make per photo? Is it lucrative?
That's the tricky part. Often the payment per download or per license can be quite small. Sometimes just cents, maybe $1 or two, depending on the license type and the agency. It's usually a volume game.
So you need thousands of photos uploaded to make decent money?
Volume helps significantly. But strategy matters too. Like the other methods, finding a niche or filling a gap can be more effective than just uploading random vacation snaps.
What kind of gaps?
Think about photos that are hard to find. Maybe high-quality images of specific industrial processes. Diverse and authentic-looking people in realistic business settings, not cheesy staged ones. Photos representing specific concepts or emotions. Unique local landmarks or cultural events.
So quality and relevance are key.
Absolutely. And one often overlooked part is keywording. You have to be meticulous about adding relevant keywords and descriptions to your photos. If people can't find your image when they search, it doesn't matter how good it is, it's invisible.
So it's part art, part data management.
You nailed it. It takes photographic skill, an eye for what sells, and the discipline to keyword everything properly. Success often comes from having a large portfolio that generates small amounts of income consistently over time from many different images.
Okay, so wrapping up section 2. Digital products, drop shipping, POD, stock photos. The theme is upfront creation or setup effort.
Aiming for scalable, potentially residual income later. You build the asset, the product, the store, the design portfolio, the photo library, and then you work on driving sales. But the income isn't directly tied hour for hour to your time once the asset exists. It's a different model entirely.
All right, we've covered selling skills directly, and we've covered building sellable assets. What's next? Section 3 sounds like the long game.
It really is. This category is what we're calling the audience game. It's all about creating content consistently, building trust and a following, and generating significant traffic before you can really expect substantial income.
So this isn't quick money.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
If Section 2 was about building a scalable product asset, this is about building a scalable attention asset in audience. We're focusing on two big ones from the list. Item 5, starting a YouTube channel, and Item 6, blogging.
Okay, YouTube. Everyone knows YouTube. The core idea is monetizing videos, right? Ads, sponsors.
Right. Ads, brand deals, or sponsorships, affiliate links in the description, selling your own merchandise, maybe even channel memberships. There are multiple ways to monetize once you get there.
Once you get there, that sounds important. The source material apparently had a specific warning.
It did. It explicitly said consistency is key. And that's not just like friendly advice. It's fundamental to how YouTube works.
Why is consistency so critical? Is it just about keeping viewers engaged?
That's part of it, but it's also about satisfying the algorithm. YouTube wants creators who reliably upload engaging content that keeps people on the platform. But even before that, there are thresholds.
Thresholds for what? Getting paid?
Exactly. To even turn on basic monetization to get a share of the ad revenue shown on your videos, you typically need to be part of the YouTube Partner Program. And the entry requirements are pretty specific.
HR?
Generally, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and, crucially, 4,000 valid public watch hours within the past 12 months.
4,000 hours of watch time in a year? Wow, that sounds like a lot.
It is. For most new channels, hitting those numbers takes time. Often 6 months, 12 months, sometimes 18 months or more, depending on the niche, the quality, the promotion, and frankly, a bit of luck.
So during that whole time, you're making videos, editing, uploading, all for $0 from YouTube itself.
Pretty much. You're putting in all the work up front, building that audience and watch time just to get to the starting line for ad revenue. That time delay trips a lot of people up.
Okay, so let's say you hit the targets. You're in the partner program. How does the money work then? Ad revenue.
Ad revenue via AdSense is the most common starting point. But it's a volume game. How much you earn depends on your CPM, or cost per mil, basically. How much advertisers pay per 1,000 views of ads on your videos.
And that varies a lot.
Hugely. A channel about, say, Video games or general vlogging might have a relatively low CPM, maybe a few dollars.
Hmm.
A channel about personal finance or software tutorials or real estate investing, those can have CPMs of $20, $30 or even more because the audience is seen as more valuable by advertisers. So you need lots of views if your CPM is low.
What about brand deals? That seems like where the bigger money might be.
Often, yes. Brand deals or sponsorships are where a company pays you directly to feature or mention their product or service in your video. This requires having built some authority and trust with your audience.
So it's not just about raw view count?
Not necessarily. A smaller channel with a highly engaged, specific niche audience can be very attractive to relevant brands. A cooking channel with 50,000 dedicated subscribers might get better brand deals related to kitchen gadgets than a generic entertainment channel with 500,000 less engaged viewers. It's about audience fit and influence.
Okay, YouTube is a long haul. How does that compare to the other item here, number 6? Blogging.
Blogging has a lot of parallels. The
Oh.
core mechanic is the same. Create valuable content consistently, build an audience or traffic over time, and then monetize that attention. The medium is just written words and images instead of video.
So similar monetization methods, ads, sponsorships.
Yep. You can run display ads on your blog, like Google AdSense or premium networks later on. You can get sponsored posts where brands pay you to write about them. You can use affiliate marketing, heavily linking to products or services you recommend. And crucially, you can sell your own digital products directly from your blog, like the ones we talked about in section 2.
That integration seems powerful, using the blog as a hub.
It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
But the long haul aspect is just as significant, maybe even more so initially than YouTube.
Why is that?
Because the primary driver of sustainable blog traffic is usually search engines, especially Google. And getting Google to trust and rank a new website takes time. It's all about SEO, search engine optimization.
Ah, SEO. That sounds like a whole other skill set.
It is. You need to understand keywords. What are people searching for? You need to create high-quality, comprehensive content that answers their questions. You need to build backlinks from other reputable sites. It's a slow burn.
How slow? Is there like a sandbox period?
Yeah, people often talk about the Google sandbox. Well, Google denies a literal sandbox. It's true that news sites often take 6 to 12 months, sometimes longer, before they start seeing significant organic traffic for competitive topics. Google needs time to crawl your site, assess its quality, and see if people find it valuable. Patience is non-negotiable.
So again, lots of upfront work, writing, researching, optimizing for potentially very little reward early on.
Exactly. You might write 50 amazing blog posts and get hardly any visitors for the first 6 months. It requires real persistence.
What's the ideal way to make money from a blog then? Does it change over time?
It often does. Early on, when traffic is low, display ads won't earn much. So many bloggers focus on affiliate marketing, recommending specific products and reviews or tutorials where the commission per sale might be higher.
Makes sense. Target high-value recommendations.
Right. Then, as traffic grows, maybe tens of thousands of visitors per month, you might qualify for premium ad networks like Mediavine or AdThrive. They pay much better CPMs than basic AdSense, so ad revenue becomes more significant.
And eventually, maybe your own products.
That's often the ultimate goal for profitability and control. Selling your own ebook, course, or templates directly to the audience you've built trust with. The blog becomes the engine driving traffic to your own offers.
Okay, so summing up this audience games section, YouTube and blogging, high effort, high consistency needed.
For a long time before seeing major results, they're probably the least easy methods on the list in the short term. You're building an asset based on attention and trust, battling algorithms and SEO.
But the potential payoff, if you succeed, is significant scalability and authority that you can leverage in many ways.
Absolutely. Once you have that audience, that traffic, it opens up almost all the other monetization avenues we've discussed. It's a powerful foundation, but it takes serious commitment to build.
Okay, we've covered skills, assets, and audiences. What's left? The final category sounds like the miscellaneous stuff.
Sort of. This last category is where we find the methods that truly fit the description of low barrier to entry and offer low effort. These are generally more transactional, small tasks for small payments or leveraging things you already have or do. Immediate cash, maybe, but limited potential.
Gotcha. So quick entry, maybe quick cash, but not really building a business. What's included here?
This covers 5 items from the list: online surveys, remote data entry, those mobile apps for earning, selling unused items, and we've put affiliate marketing here strategically.
Okay, let's start with item 2, online surveys. This feels like the classic example of make money online.
It really is. The concept is dead simple. You sign up for platforms, the list mentions Swagbucks or Tuluna, and you answer market research surveys in your spare time.
And you get paid. How? Cash, gift cards.
Usually points that you can redeem for gift cards or sometimes cash via PayPal, but we need to be really clear about the economics here.
Okay, what's the reality?
The reality is you're trading your time for very small amounts of money. You might spend 20 minutes on a survey and earn the equivalent of, say, 50 cents or $1. The effective hourly rate is almost always well below minimum wage.
So it's not a replacement for a job. It's more like finding loose change.
That's a good way to put it. It's something you can do while watching TV or waiting in line. It requires basically no skill, just time opinions. Pocket money, not income to rely on. No scaling potential.
Right. Okay, moving slightly up the ladder, maybe. Item 11, remote data entry.
Yeah, this requires a bit more focus than surveys. Basic computer skills are needed. It involves inputting information into spreadsheets, databases, or systems. Think straightforward, often repetitive, clerical tasks.
How is this different from the freelancing we talked about earlier? That also involved skills.
The key difference is the skill level and complexity. Freelancing in Section 1 often involves creative skills, writing, design, technical skills, coding, or strategic skills, marketing. Data entry is typically more about speed, accuracy, and attention to detail with basic tools like Excel or specific data management software.
So less specialized, easier to get into, perhaps.
Generally, yes. The barrier to entry is lower than high-skill freelancing. You can find these jobs on standard job boards sometimes, often listed as part-time or remote roles. It's a legitimate way to earn, offering a predictable, though usually modest, hourly wage. More reliable than surveys, but still limited in scope and pay compared to specialized freelancing.
Okay. Next up, item 14, mobile apps for earning. This sounds intriguing. Earning while scrolling.
Yeah, that's the pitch sometimes. It's about apps that reward you for activities you might already be doing or for interacting with the app itself.
The list had examples like Rakuten, Sweatcoin, Inbox Dollars. How do they work?
They vary. Rakuten is a cashback app. You shop online through their portal or browser extension, and you get a percentage of your purchase back as cash. So you're earning by spending money you were likely going to spend anyway.
Okay, so leveraging existing habits. What about Sweatcoin?
Sweatcoin rewards you with a type of digital currency for the steps you take. It tracks your movement via your phone. The idea is to incentivize fitness, but the value of the Sweatcoins you earn is often debated, and converting them to actual cash can be complex or limited.
And Inbox Dollars.
That one is more like the survey sites, often paying small amounts for watching videos, playing games, reading emails, or shopping online through their links, in addition to surveys.
So the common thread here is getting small rewards, often not direct cash easily, for activities or data.
Pretty much. You're often monetizing your consumer behavior, your attention, or your physical activity data. The income is typically very small. Think gift cards or minor cash amounts over time. The effort is minimal, sometimes totally passive like Rakuten if you just install the extension, but the return is equally minimal. It's background noise income.
Got it. Now, item 15, selling unused items. This feels very practical.
Extremely practical and probably the fastest way on the entire list to get actual cash in hand. You take stuff you don't need anymore, clothes, electronics, furniture, whatever, and sell it.
Using platforms like?
Facebook Marketplace, eBay, maybe local ones like OLX, depending on the region. You take pictures, write a description, list it, and arrange the sale. It's turning physical clutter directly into liquidity.
Sounds great for a quick cash injection. What's the downside?
The major downside is obvious. It's finite. It's not a business model because eventually you run out of stuff to sell. Your closet gets empty, your garage is clear, and the income stream stops dead.
So perfect for decluttering and making some extra money, maybe funding the start of another method, but not a long-term strategy itself.
Exactly. It's a one-off or maybe periodic cash generation method based on existing physical assets. Excellent for immediate needs, but not repeatable in the same way as the other income streams.
Okay, that leaves one item. Number 4, affiliate marketing. Why did we save this for last? It sounds like it could fit elsewhere.
We put it here because while it can be a massive income stream, its basic mechanism is transactional. And critically, it can be layered onto almost all the other methods we've discussed. It acts like a strategic overlay.
Remind me of the core idea again.
You promote other people's products or services. When someone buys through your unique affiliate link, you earn a commission on that sale. You're essentially acting as a commission-based salesperson, but leveraging your online presence.
So you could put affiliate links in your blog posts?
Yes. Or in your YouTube video descriptions. Or recommend software tools to your freelancing clients with your affiliate link. Or recommend products related to your digital product. See? It integrates everywhere.
What's the challenge then? Just find products and post links.
If only it were that simple. The biggest challenge is you need an audience or traffic source first. Just randomly posting links into the void won't do anything. You need people who trust your recommendations.
So it connects back to section 3, the audience game.
Strongly. Affiliate marketing works best when you have that established trust and traffic from a blog, a YouTube channel, an email list, or even a strong social media following. You need to provide value first, and then the recommendations feel natural and are more likely to convert.
And you're relying on the product owner too, right? For the product quality, the commission rate.
Absolutely. You have less control. You need to choose reputable products and programs like Amazon Associates or specific software affiliate programs. And transparency is crucial. You need to disclose that you're using affiliate links to maintain trust with your audience.
So it's not really a standalone method for most people starting out, but more of a monetization strategy to add once you have something else going.
That's often the most effective way to approach it. It's the glue that can boost the profitability of almost any other online venture. It allows the YouTuber to monetize product recommendations, the blogger to earn from service reviews, the VA to get a kickback on software they set up for clients. It maximizes the earnings from the effort you're already putting in elsewhere. #HagOutro.
Wow, okay. That was quite the tour through those 15 methods, a real deep dive.
Yeah, we really unpacked them. We moved way beyond just online income and put them into, I think, much more useful categories.
Let's recap those quickly. We had the personal skill exchange, freelancing, tutoring, VA, voiceover, where you trade your time and skills directly for money. Pretty immediate income potential.
Right. Then section 2 was building digital assets, selling digital products, drop shipping, print on demand, stock photos, more upfront work, building something that can scale beyond your time.
Section 3 was the audience game, YouTube and blogging. The long haul, requiring massive consistency to build traffic and trust before significant monetization.
And finally, section 4, the micro-earning and transactional stuff. Surveys, data entry, earning apps, selling clutter, quick entry, low return usually, and affiliate marketing as that strategic layer that fits over everything.
So the big takeaway for you listening is probably that the word easy, which apparently was used for all 15 methods in the source material, well, it's complicated.
Deeply misleading, I'd say. None of these are truly effortless if you want real results. They don't require fluff, as the outline said, but they absolutely demand commitment. Commitment to learning a skill or building a product or showing up consistently for an audience or even just dedicating focused time for the micro tasks.
Which brings us perfectly to that final provocative thought we wanted to leave everyone with.
Right. Since the source is called All 15 Easy, the most crucial distinction you need to make now is this. Which of these methods are truly low effort and offer relatively immediate cash, like the surveys or selling your old stuff? Methods that require minimal skill, but let's be honest, offer very limited long-term return.
And on the other hand, which methods represent a low barrier to entry, meaning, yeah, you can start them today with maybe just a laptop, but they actually demand high consistency and significant long-term investment before you see real sustainable success.
Think YouTube, blogging, building a serious freelancing career, even drop shipping if done right. Understanding that difference is the true time, effort, and skill needed versus the time to income lag that's the most valuable insight to carry forward from this deep dive.
Choose your path and your trade-offs wisely. Thanks for diving deep with us.